In this video, we're going to talk the 5 elements, yin-yang, and what life stage you might be in. Sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jen Palco. Today we're going to talk everything 5 element yin-yang dynamics again from the perspective of your life and what area or what stage you might be in your life. So if you're familiar with anything about 5 elements, acupuncture, Chinese medicine, if you're not, I suggest you check out some of my other videos. I'll put links below. I've done videos on everything 5 element. But if you are familiar with them already, you've probably heard the term yin-yang, right? Yin-yang, you think of, you know the symbol of the yin-yang symbol where you think opposites. Right? That's what everybody thinks. Opposites. You have the light, you have the dark within the light, and you have the light within the dark. But you can't have just yang, you can't have just yin. I remember I did a video a long time ago on are you a yin or yang personality type? And while a lot of people are interested to know about their personalities and which one they might be, it's not completely accurate because we are both. Okay, just like a bunch of videos, and I'm guilty of doing videos, like what element are you? And what I like to explain in a lot of my videos is that we're not all just one. We have 1 or 2 that are more dominant. We may be in more yang or more yin stages in our life, but it's always changing. It's always in flux. Yes, we have our strengths and our personalities and our traits and what helps us move throughout the world and adapt, but we also have we have to understand that we are all of it, okay? So you are yang and you are yin. It's just that certain times in your life, you may experience more of your yang qualities or yin qualities or more yang things in your life, okay? What do I mean by this? I'll break it down in more of a simple way where, okay, if you're familiar with yin-yang at all, yang is going to reflect the light. It's about expansiveness, it's about vitality, action, it's movement, it's qi in your body, whereas yin is more turning inward. It's about reflection, self-reflection. It's the dark, so it's like nighttime versus daytime, okay? Cold versus heat. Catch my drift? Opposites, but they're complementary to each other. Everything's relative, and you're gonna have, like, we can't just have all day all the time. We can't have night all the time. In nature, you'll see that we need both of these things. Same with the elements, fire, earth, metal, water, wood. We can't just have spring, we can't just have summer all the time where everything gets dried up and everything. We need the constant transition of the seasons in order for the environment to grow and to flourish and to succeed, basically, right? Otherwise, everything would die if it was just one or the other. So that's kind of the gist of it. So what I mean by when we're in flux in our lives, okay, it's gonna be dependent on certain situations in your life. It's going to be dependent on what's going on around you, your relationships, what's going on in your internal environment, okay, as well as your external environment. So let me break down the elements really quick for you, okay? Like I said, there's 5. So we're going to start here at water. Water is the most yin, okay? It has to do with pre-birth, okay? Pre-birth, then we get to wood, which is birth. So wood is going to be associated with spring, like sprouting out in our lives. So think of water is going to be, if you're stuck in a state of self-reflection right now, if you're stuck in a state of finding more meaning in your life, you're stuck in a, not stuck, but you're in a period. I don't want to sound stuck because stuck has a very negative connotation to it a little bit, but I want to mean, what I want to say is not stuck in a stage, but you find yourself in this stage. That's a better way of putting it, I think. So if you are in a stage of finding yourself right now, self-reflection, finding more meaning in your life, this could be you're in more of your water zone, okay? Could be metal too, because metal is going to be about finding purpose in your life. It's going to be self-dignity, inspiration. But water is going to be the most reflective, I guess you could say, okay? Pre-birth, okay? It's before you sprout up into the world. It's the most yin, okay? But also elements can be out of balance as well. So if you're too much in your water, then you start going into places of too much isolation, too much fear in your life, paralyzed, frozen in fear. So this is what I want to explain, and this is the point of this video, is that we want to have a nice balance in our lives of not only yang and yin, but the elements. So it's first recognizing, okay, what stage might I be in my life, and am I too much into it, okay? So there's nothing wrong with being in a self-reflection stage. So you're meditating a lot, you're reading a lot. It's about finding intellect and wisdom and learning and all those things that are wonderful about the water element that you should have. Out of balance, you're going to find yourself more in states of fear and isolation and too much yin. That means that you have an imbalance where you're not putting as much emphasis on these more yang elements. So you need to take a look at what's going on there. So it gives you a good idea of how to kind of pull yourself out of some of these states. All right, so let's move to wood. Wood. In wood's power, it's about growth, it's about vision. Like I said, the season of wood is spring. So think of things sprouting out in the spring. You have this energy, this drive behind it. So it's when people are goal setting, they're looking for growth in their company or in their lives. They're setting goals for themselves. Action. So it's all about taking action. So if you're right now really focused on, say you have a vision board, or you're really focused on career success in general, you're driven by time management, and you're really putting action into what you've been reflecting on, then you might be in this wood kind of stage. But out of balance, what you'll find, wood, the emotion is anger, frustration. You might feel stuck in your work, projecting onto other people. That's this element out of balance. So you have to take a look there. There's good and there's kind of questionable with each, okay? So wood, growth, vision. You're really like a go-getter, okay? You really want to do stuff and meet your goals in life. If you're there, then you are here. If you're there, you are here. That doesn't make sense, yet it does. But if you're irritable all the time, if you're frustrated, if you're feeling completely stuck, then this might be out of balance somewhere, okay? Maybe you're not balancing. You're putting too much work in. You're trying to force your way. Control, okay? That means that you're too much here and not enough here. Not enough in your yin-like reflective states, okay? Fire. Fire is going to be about connecting to other people, love, relationships in your life. It's about the heart, okay? Filling up your heart. It's about play, joy, vitality. So there's a lot of energy behind fire as well. So if right now, a lot of people are in the height of summer, you're about, let's go to the beach, let's play, let's have fun, let's barbecue, let's party. You are in your fire zone, okay, right now. But if you're too much of that and you don't balance that with taking time to actually rest and recharge, okay, more into your water, or your metal zone, or even your earth, then you're going to find yourself scattered, or you have anxiety. Could lead down the path of mental illness if you're burning yourself out so much, okay? Lack of passion. Oop, I just put my finger through there. Lack of passion, okay? Again, if you're burning yourself out, or if your fire is deficient, it could be you don't have that vitality to you, okay? You don't have that spontaneity. You feel like you can't have fun in life. You can't love. You can't open up to people. These are all signs that fire somewhere may be out of balance, okay? So if you're in the stage of let's have fun, let's play, let's go out, let's do stuff, let's go to the beach, then you could be in your fire zone. And if you are in states of feeling scattered all the time, or on the other hand, feeling like a lack of passion in your life, okay? You can't connect with anybody. That could be out of balance here. And then we move to earth, okay? We're starting to get, so wood and fire are gonna be more yang outward. So elements, where you see wood is growth, vision, action. So it has a lot of that push, that energy behind it. That's because it's more yang in nature. Same with fire, has that vitality because it has a lot of energy. It's the most yang, okay? These are yang, these are yin, okay? If you look at the yin-yang symbol here, right? The white, what's the white reflecting? The white is reflecting yang. And there's a little bit of yin within yang right here. And then this is reflecting, the darkness is reflecting yin, which is going to be the earth through water here. All right, so that's where that fits into this whole picture. So earth is going to be about being centered and grounding in your life. Family. If you're all about your family right now and, you know, just being around family and being a caretaker and caring for your children and your family, you might be mostly in your earth zone right now. Feeling empathy, okay? Wanting peace in the world, okay? That's going to be in your earth zone. So if you're finding yourself at a stage in life where you're really being the caretaker and peacemaker and mediator in certain areas of your life, then you're probably in your earth mostly. But out of balance earth, okay? If you're doing too much caretaking and you're burning yourself out, again, too much of this, then it's going to lean down a path of earth getting out of balance, which is going to lead to the emotions of worry and overthinking and rumination and just being kind of lost in your head and your thoughts, but also over nurture, being needy or being a people pleaser. Okay, earth people who are a lot into their earth are guilty of being people pleasers. Okay, and over nurturing, where that's a definite sign that too much here, not balancing with enough here. Okay, again, everything in balance. And then we get to metal, and metal is going to be about, again, we're getting more on the yin side. So this is, earth is like the center, now we're coming back into our own, okay? Metal is about inspiration, okay? Self-dignity, self-respect, grace, beauty in your life. So if you're in a place of that, or you're really focused on good manners and just being your own person and finding purpose in your life, finding more of that spiritual side of yourself, okay? Not necessarily from the aspect of looking for meaning in life, but related to you, okay? You respect yourself as a person, and you expect other people to respect you as well. Out of balance, too much in metal, you may experience grief and sadness. Perfectionist. Metal, too much in metal can be guilty of being self-critical. Okay, self-defeating attitude. So it's like you have the self-respect and the self-dignity, but too much of that turns into being a perfectionist of sort. Okay, which can lead down a road of just not very good things, because very rigid, very, you do one little thing out of place from your routine, and you get very self-defeating attitude, okay? Critical, self-esteem issues, all kinds of things. So you can see how all the elements play a part in your life, and how you're a constant flux of yin and yang depending on where you are. So if you're in your caretaking, I care about my family and I really need to tend to whoever in my life type of mode, that can change in 5 years. When the kids go off to college or something like that, then you can start going more into your metal, where you're like, I respect myself, now I want to do things for me. Okay? Or if you're in your wood and you're go-getter and you're really chop, let's go, let's work, you might find that, okay, I'm done with that stage in my life. Now it's time for fun. Now it's time for play. Or now it's time to self-reflect, right? Because I've pushed myself so much and so hard that now I need time to recover and rest. So see how it all plays a part. So anyway, I just wanted to give you the gist of how all the elements work together and play out in your life, because it's really important to figuring out who you are and what stage you might be in, and discovering, okay, why do I feel stuck? Why am I frustrated and angry all the time? Well, this element might be out of balance for you because it started with this and it ended up into this because you didn't incorporate enough of the other elements. You know what I mean? Like, we're always thinking that we fit into one category, one thing, cookie cutter attitude, right? One thing will work. Well, no. You're going to get burnt out, or you're not going to, if you're not incorporating all of these things into your life and finding that nice balance in your life, then of course you're going to have manifestation of emotional outbursts, or, a lack of passion in your life because you're burnt out in some way, or, being a people pleaser because you're always giving, and you're never giving to yourself. So anyway, that's all I got for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment below. Again, I'll put links to some of my other 5-element videos below. You could check those out. Other than that, have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.